Hello and welcome. I am Deji Badimasi. Residents in Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, are currently on high alert and avoiding some places after the United States Embassy issued an alert for an elevated risk of terror attacks in the city, saying that possible targets include government buildings, places of worship, and other places. In the alert, the U.S. Embassy said it will offer reduced services until further notice, urging citizens to avoid all non-essential movements and crowds. The UK mission in the country also took a similar step and restricted entry to the British High Commission in the city in an updated terrorism alert. As a result of the alerts, the Department of State Services swiftly now swung into action, urging residents not to panic, but also advising that they take precautionary measures, remain alert, and help with any useful information to clamp down on any attempt by terrorists to launch an attack in the city. The Inspector General of Police, Usman Baba, also ordered the increase of security activities in the FCT. And reacting to the situation, the federal government has lashed out at the foreign embassies for allegedly issuing an unverified terror warning to the citizens trying to cause panic in the country's capital. As a matter of fact, this terror alert, the same terror alert, I should say, was issued in South Africa as well, where the U.S. Embassy there has issued a warning now of a possible attack in Johannesburg. Johannesburg now, specifically the area of Sandton. So this is just not restricted to Nigeria. Joining me now to discuss this further is security expert and former director at the Department of State Services, Dennis Amakri. Sir, thank you very much for joining us on the program. Usually when this kind of alerts are issued by these foreign embassies, how does your organization, the DSS, treats it?
Thank you for having me. But it looks like we are forgetting something very quickly. This alert was not issued by the United States as a new thing. If you remember some weeks back, the DSS came out with the same alert. And of course, a lot of people reacted to it. And right now, as a follow-up to that alert, the United States Embassy or Consulate, the UK Embassy, and all of them have come up, because they must have also looked at the DSS alert and then felt that there is credibility in it. And then, of course, warned their citizens.
Yes.
Because you see, this particular alert is not even for the public. It is an alert to their own citizens.
Yes.
They usually call it warning messages. And warning messages come out maybe monthly or, depending on what the situation is. So it is nothing new, the way we are taking it right now.
Now, when you say it's nothing new, let's talk about the seriousness of it. How serious is this? Why should we take this very, very seriously?
We have to take it very, very seriously because most intelligence reports are very, very serious. And of course, I don't know, I've just got a report, whether it's not confirmed yet, that in Lube, they had also discovered a terrorist, with some explosives, so that has not been confirmed. But when alerts like this come out, it means that the intelligence agencies have already smelled a rat somewhere. And even, let me tell you, the U.S. Alert that they sent out, they might even be working with the DSS because usually they are in a foreign country and they depend on the DSS, to give them information. It's not a situation where they independently go and look for information, or it is Nigerians that even might help them. So they have to take them seriously.
But what do you make of the government response? The government has sort of tried to play this down to say that there's no cause for alarm, that it's on top of the situation, and that the security situation may not be as bad as painted, or so to speak, as that alert sought to paint it.
No, the thing is that the situation, not that the situation is not serious enough, it is serious. But I don't like the way the Minister of Information comes out. You see, in security circles, we can be competing, but we are not enemies. We cooperate when it comes to security. So intelligence officers cooperate when it comes to intelligence sharing. So it is not a matter of what they are saying is wrong. Why are they allowing the citizens? Why didn't the minister come out to say the same thing when the DSS brought out their first alert? So I think he was just talking out as a politician. What we are saying is a more serious issue, and it's security.
Now, when you have a situation as this, what would you expect as a security expert? What exactly would you expect the country's security agencies to be doing at this time to ensure that whatever is being planned is nipped in the bud?
Well, the security agencies are already doing what they are supposed to do. What they have done now is to bring the public to awareness. They are telling the country that, look, there is something we've discovered, but be on alert, because alerts are meant for that. To either tell you, be on alert, don't be surprised if it happens, or it might not happen, just be on alert. And then, of course, if you see something, say something, because it is still work in progress. Maybe the terrorists are still planning, and as they are planning, the security agencies cannot be everywhere. So what they are doing now is to alert the public, and if the public sees something, they'll say, oh, this is what the DSS said earlier, maybe I must report to them, and, for them to update themselves.
Well, no doubt at all that the security agencies will be working on the ground discreetly now to try and arrest the situation. But why do you think these terrorists now would still want to target Abuja?
Why not? Because they are terrorists. What they want to do is to put fear into people. And they discovered that, recently, if you watch, you see that the terror level has come down. And then, of course, political activities had risen up. So people are going about their normal businesses. And then, of course, if the terrorists feel that, one important aspect of terrorism is publicity. They like to be in the public eye. They like to forward their own objective. So if they discover that things are becoming normal and they are being abandoned, or so to say, they are being ignored, then they will try and do something, to bring back the discourse, the narrative back to them, to themselves. So that's what they are doing.
Because if you look at it, over the past couple of months now, we can confidently say that our security agencies have been hitting these terrorists very hard, and they actually have the upper hand over them, and that we don't hear of such sensational attacks anymore as we used to hear of in the past. So no doubt our security agencies are doing a fantastic job, but I'm just wondering, will this be some kind of setback for them? Will this create doubts in the minds of people?
No, not at all. Not at all. It shows that they are on top of their game. They are on top of it, and they are, of course, informing the public. And if it is true that actually they've already discovered some explosives somewhere, it shows that they are not relaxing on their earth. So the public, as they say, should be calm and go about their business, because the people who are doing the job are on the job. So we don't have much to worry about, but we should open our eyes and ears, and then, of course, if we see something, we better say something.
Mr. Dennis Amakri, thank you very much for joining us on the program, and thank you for your insights.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so very much, sir. We'll take a short break now, and we'll be right back. Stay with us.